Andrew Pendelton III, I cannot wait to see this contest between Corey Hollis and Stephen the Fever Walters. Walters' first match back at Anarchy since a summer tour in the United Kingdom, and you couldn't ask for a better opponent in Corey Hollis.
And again, you talk about two international superstars, men that have been all over, not only the United States, but all over the world in the wrestling ring. And getting to have them tonight one-on-one is a real treat for the Anarchy fans.
Well, we see the Fever offered the handshake, and Corey Hollis has been an active member of the Ring of Honor roster this year. Both he and Mike Posey, and that code of honor with a handshake there, we just saw it. It was a little reluctant, I'll give him that, because he realizes, hey, I'm not at Ring of Honor.
But then again, you see the mutual respect between Corey Hollis and Stephen the Fever Walters. And I'll tell you what, out of the men that I hate in this ring, the men that I hate, Stephen Walters is at the top of this list. One of the reasons why I'm no longer part of Talent Money, the greatest tag team in the history of Anarchy Wrestling, is because of Stephen the Fever's Walter and his tag team, the New Wave, that broke up our tag team. But you know what? Through all the wars all over the United States we've been through, I respect Stephen the Fever Walters.
Side headlock applied by Walters. Hollis seems to be trying for a wrist lock to try to get out of it. Instead, no, around with a roll-up. Kick out at one. Walters quick to get back to his feet.
And again, you talk about the sheer speed of these two men. These men known for high-impact moves, high-flying moves, innovative offense. These guys are going to put on a clinic tonight, and the question is, who's the better wrestler? These are two great, technical, amazing wrestlers.
A drop toe hold now, rear waist lock applied by Hollis. Now Walters has the arm, wrenching on it. Somersault reversal back up to his feet as Hollis takes it down. No.
And he's still held on after that, modified that lucha arm drag. Again, you talk about these two men, these competitors that know each other so well.
You can see Walters using some of that knowledge he gained working over in the United Kingdom this summer, a little bit better on his chain wrestling.
Just wasting time to try to embarrass him.
That has to be.
Look at this.
Has to be painful, but it puts Hollis in a pinning position.
And again, wasting time, valuable time. This match, there's no time for showboating in this match. When you have an opponent like Corey Hollis, you can't underestimate him. It seems like that's what's happening here, and personally, I believe that Corey Hollis is the greater athlete of the two.
Well, Stephen Walters always likes to have fun when he's here at the Church of Southern Wrestling, but he also can get the job done when it comes down to it. Yes, he does have fun. Yes, he showboats a little bit, but he can back up everything he does inside the squared circle.
But as you know, being in this business for as long as you have been, one little mistake is the difference between being champion and former champion, from winning and losing a match. He cannot afford to make a single mistake against a competitor like Corey Hollis.
Well, I can't agree with you more on that, because these two are tremendous athletes. They're familiar with one another. They both have tremendous knowledge, and they will be looking for that one crucial mistake. Beautiful European uppercut by Stephen the Fever Walters, trying to get things back under control here.
And again, the man spent a lot of time in Europe, and you see that he brought the uppercut back with him.
Oh my!
And wasting time to get the crowd involved, and he pays the ultimate price there. Corey Hollis capitalizing on some showboating by Stephen the Fever Walters. You know what? Stephen the Fever might be a different type of fever, but I know when he watches this tape, he's going to be sick at himself for that little showboating that just could have cost him the match.
Vertical suplex by Hollis, goes for the cover on Walters.
As opposed to a horizontal suplex. Thank you. You're a wealth of wrestling knowledge. Fantastic. Vertical suplex. Vertical suplex. Great, Wolverton. Fantastic. I can't wait. I feel like I'm here with Tony Schiavone.
Stephen Walters in trouble in the center of the ring, trying to get back up to his feet.
Wait, he's trying to get vertical or horizontal? Because apparently we need to point that out.
He was horizontal, now back to a vertical base.
There you go.
Back body drop and a rough landing for Hollis.
Had that left arm pinned under his side, maybe knocked the wind out of himself. See, he's staggering to get back up on his feet, and Walters again focusing on the crowd here.
Catches, drops Walters face first to the canvas.
And more showboating has costed him yet again. Had momentum swinging his way till he turned around, trying to get the crowd involved. The crowd is not in that ring, Wolverton. The crowd is outside. They had to pay for a ticket to watch men like this. They are zero factor in a wrestling match.
Back and forth chops between Walters and Hollis. Big boot to the face by Hollis.
And again, you got to cover up. You got to wrestle smarter, not harder. I've always said that. And Corey Hollis is in the dominant position here. I mean, almost making a mockery of the returning Stephen Walters, as well as he should. He's been given every opportunity to capitalize.
Indeed, he has Walters trying to catch his breath in the corner. I'm surprised Hollis was giving him the room to recover.
Just like any professional sport, you look at football, you look at hockey, you look at baseball, you look at basketball. Stupid decisions, stupid penalties can cost your team a win. And just like any other sport, professional wrestling, stupid decisions can cost yourself a win. And a beautiful bridge with that suplex. That's a fisherman suplex. Do you know why they call it a fisherman suplex? Or you just focus on, Captain D's and they got the deal now. You're really hungry because you haven't eaten in almost 17 minutes. Have we been on the air? I know they brought you a cheese tray. You just sit there and eat. I'll call the rest of the show, big man.
Hollis and Walters trading forearms back and forth. Now they've gone to punches, but Walters whips off Hollis. Oh, my.
Oh, and Walters spun around. It seems he got discombobulated there, and they went forehead to forehead. I don't think I've quite ever seen that in a wrestling match.
Well, I'm surprised they didn't bust each other open. The foreheads colliding.
I mean, the question is, we're almost at a 5 count now, and neither of them seem to be making it to their knees. Somebody gonna...
Well, they're fighting back, but, Dee Byers decided to stop the count because neither superstar had gone back to their feet yet.
They're fighting back. I mean, I guess, if they have fight in them, then again, that's a judgment call on Dee Byers. I think that's the right call here. Nobody wants to see that match end in a count out when they're both fighting from their back.
They may not have been vertical. Now they're up to their knees.
Again, another first from Anarchy Wrestling, and Stephen Walters makes it to a foot. Now he's up. And just calling for the punch. Stephen Walters wants him to hit him.
This has got to be adrenaline between these two.
Question is, who has it left in their tank?
They're rocking each other. That one sounded rough. But it woke Hollis up.
Oh my gosh.
And that one may have put him to sleep. Fighting in the corner. Walters needs to watch for referee Dee Byers' count. The show of respect seems to be gone now as the fight is on. No clean breaks in the corner. Walters charges it. Drop kick by Hollis.
Another costly error by Stephen Walters, taking the time to try to get the crowd involved yet again. And we've talked about this entire match. These mistakes are going to cost him.
A tilt-a-whirl around the world into a backbreaker. Oh!
I don't think I've quite ever seen a move like that. That was almost a torture rack move into a face buster, almost like a reverse fall-away slam.
That's about the best I can think of to call it, a torture rack into a reverse fall-away by Walters.
I mean, that's, again, like almost a reverse fireman's carry slam. Again, every time you see these two men in the ring, you see a move that you haven't seen anywhere before, and that is Anarchy Wrestling. That is the innovation in this ring.
Fireman's carry attempt by Hollis, blocked by Walters. Hollis goes through the legs of Walters, now back up into the fireman's carry, down with the slam.
Hollis trying to capitalize on that slam, and almost a 3 count, but no, he's spun him around,
back to
he's got the arm.
It's back to the crossface chicken wing, center of the ring.
He's trying to lock, looks like he has it locked in.
Walters is trying to maneuver around, but the hand is back under the chin.
He has got that locked in, and Stephen Walters has nowhere to go.
Hollis being very smart, making sure his own shoulders are off the mat.
And Walters, if he loses this match, he will kick himself with all the mental errors he has made tonight. He's got that body in a grapevine here. It looks like he's pretty much sewn this up. Stephen Walters will not make it to the ropes like that.
Walters is reaching for that bottom rope. he can get to the rope, it'll break the hold, but I don't know if he can make it. He seems to be fading. The arm has stopped moving.
And no, that arm is down. He might be out. I think this match is over. And again, another dumb error on Stephen Walters' part has cost him the match. Let's give Corey Hollis. Good job, Corey Hollis, on the win. We appreciate it. You're a great champ. What?
Nope, there's still something left. And he's got a hold of the fingers of Hollis.
But he is running on fumes. I don't know what he can do from here. I don't think he's got anything left. He may be able to get up, but
he drives. Walters driving Hollis into the corner. Takes him down with an arm drag. Hollis quick to get back up to his feet. Has Walters in the fireman's carry. Walters gets out of it. It wasn't even a clothesline. That was a Texas-style lariat.
Yeah, and a left arm, almost a discus punch-style lariat there. Going for the just a 2 count, but I mean, that came out of nowhere.
Tremendous action here this week on Anarchy, and we still have plenty more to come. Don't forget the Tag Team Championship on the line in our main event this week as Walters rallies the crowd behind him. Corey Hollis slow to get up to his feet.
And again, this is the time to capitalize on your opponent. Stephen Walters is wasting time, giving Corey Hollis enough time to recuperate and take some shots back at him when he was clearly in the dominant position.
They're trading shots again. Whoa, blocked by Walters. Big headbutt.
And you see it takes both men down. And a discus-style lariat of his own. Both men are down.
You know, Franklin Dove sent Mike Posey to the back before this contest started. We know he's watching on the monitors. What's got to be going through his mind watching his tag team partner down on the mat right now?
Oh, I mean, I think that he knows that he's in some trouble, but you can see that obviously Corey Hollis is in the dominant position here. He just struck him with that spinning lariat with a ton of force. I don't even think Stephen Walters knows where he is right now. And you can see Corey Hollis has capitalized on every mistake that Stephen Walters has made. And I think Stephen Walters has basically given up this match with mistakes.
The shots getting stiffer as this match goes on.
You just wonder how many of these shots can these men take? They're just taking unprotected shots to the head over and over. It's not a boxing match. There are no gloves on these men's hands to protect them. They are taking shots directly to the head and the face.
Oh my.
And a gut check right into the corner with the shoulder here.
Another reversal by Hollis. Butterfly suplex takes Walters into the ropes.
And that's all she wrote, folks. And again, you talk about one of the most classic contests. This is going to be an instant classic for Anarchy Wrestling. I mean, what more can these men do?
A diving headbutt by Hollis gets a 2 count.
That's a 2 and 3. That was a slow count. I think we can both agree that was obviously a 3 count. You know, I bet you that we have a ref that's in the pocket of Mr. Franklin Dove.
You can almost see tears of frustration in the eyes of Hollis.
You know, the question isn't who's going to win this match. The question is who's going to survive. This could do career damage to both of these men, taking this type of punishment for this long.
Go! A T-bone suplex into the corner by Walters. And again, a kick out or 2.
And again, stereo suplexes into those corners, and those corners are not forgiving. You have about a quarter to a half inch of pad and a steel turnbuckle behind there. I mean, that's minimal pad. I can tell you, hitting those buckles hurts. You see many men crumble down to the mat after taking just an Irish whip into those corners.
A full Nelson applied by Walters. Hollis uses his knee to split it, and then the big Pele kick to the back of the head. Elbow blocked. Full Nelson could be going for a suplex. Again blocked by Hollis. Electric chair up on the shoulders, drops him down. Oh,
and Hollis is on his feet.
Hollis went low, took the knee of Walters out. Gonna drive in. Again, there it is, the full Nelson suplex, 1, 2, and oh my!
Again with it. Some of the most amazing reversals and counter maneuvers I've seen in a long time. These men are just simply punishing each other. It's not enough for a pin.
Full Nelson, the suplex takes him all the way around. STF applied center of the ring.
And can Corey Hollis make it to the ropes? He's in the center of the ring, and
Your winner of the match by way of submission, Stephen the Fever Walters.